there's nothing like a warm bath. As a mom, I have visibly seen the effects a bath has on my boys. It's calming, soothing, reviving. I watch the dirt and grime go down the drain, all the effects of a day of play evaporating. And I love how it settles them for bed in order to help them wake up refreshed. Today, we remember another washing that could easily compare to my stinky kids. The washing of 12 men's feet. Feet that were dusty, smelly, probably hairy. This is a daunting task for anyone. Yet what's most astonishing is not the status of the feet, but the status of the one doing the washing. The author of time, king of the universe, and spirit of life has not only humbled himself to become man, Jesus is now serving man in a particularly humiliating way. Fishermen, tax collectors, a ragtag bunch, just like you and me. What I am doing, you do not understand now, but you will understand later, Jesus tells the incredulous Peter. I don't know about you, but I'm right there with Peter. I don't want anyone touching my feet, let alone God himself. What if my feet smell? What if my nails aren't clipped? Can I show Jesus my vulnerability? Not only is this astonishing, so is Christ's ability to be fully present on Holy Thursday. He's about to be tortured and killed, and he knows it. The gospel recounts that Jesus knew that his hour had come to pass from this world to the Father. If I knew my hour had come, you probably wouldn't find me eating a full meal at a table, let alone washing anyone's feet. I would probably be having a panic attack or running away, withdrawn and locked in my own grief. But Jesus is fully present. In the Gospel of Luke, he says, I eagerly desire to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. Christ knows that this is a pivotal moment in his ministry, a night containing the final acts he needs to accomplish before handing himself over for the salvation of the world. And he's looking forward to it. Washing feet is just the beginning. What else does he eagerly need to do? Institute the Eucharist, institute the priesthood, and give us a new commandment. Love one another as I have loved you. Today, I'd like to focus on this new commandment and how we remember it liturgically on Holy Thursday. Many of us probably remember going to Mass on Holy Thursday and watching the parish priest wash several parishioners' feet. Perhaps your feet have been washed, or perhaps you've done a foot washing ceremony with your family. This practice typically occurs after the homily at the Mass of the Lord's Supper. By washing the feet of the members of the congregation, the priest of the parish is modeling the new commandment of Christ and invites us to do the same. This is also the last celebration of the Mass before the Easter Vigil. Following the Mass, the altar is stripped and the Eucharist is removed from the tabernacle and is put in a place of repose to symbolize the absence of Jesus as he is arrested and begins his passion. The faithful are invited to spend time in Eucharistic adoration afterwards to symbolize keeping watch with Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. Tonight, Holy Week takes a shift. Lent is over, and we have entered into the Triduum, the holiest days of the liturgical year. The Mass of the Lord's Supper marks the beginning of our time of waiting, praying, and staying with Christ until his death. So how will we enter into the sacred Triduum? After 40 days in the desert this Lent, days in which we committed to practices of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, days which had ups and downs, failed commitments, recommitments, falling and rising, are we ready? Do we enter the garden with Jesus awake, or are we tired? Wherever you find yourself in this moment, Jesus wants to renew you. He wants to bend down and personally wash your feet. He wants to wash away the grime of grief, the stench of sin, the dust of doubt. He wants to wash away all that distracts us from him, all that burdens us, all that enslaves us. He wants to love us to the end. So let's spend some time letting him. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and imagine yourself sitting down after a long journey. This past year has probably been a long journey for most of us. Perhaps you find yourself exhausted, troubled, confused, or feeling unworthy. But imagine in prayer Christ coming to meet you. He looks you in the eyes with his piercing yet gentle glance and sees you, all of you, long toenails and all, and he begins to wash and gently caress your feet. It may feel awkward or uncomfortable, or maybe it's a very welcome moment. Put aside your fears and self-consciousness and think about what you will let him wash away today and during this Triduum. Will you let him wash away your fear, your doubt, your grief, your confusion, your need for control? Allowing him to wash your feet helps you let go of those burdens, one by one. When you are done, Christ kisses your feet and wipes them dry. How do you feel? Today, let Christ wash your feet. Only when our feet have been washed can we be equipped to go out and wash the feet of others. We will be able then to love one another as he has loved us. May you know more deeply this Triduum and Easter season, how he loved his own in the world, and he loved them to the end.